Okay, so what we have here is a workbook with about 13 different sheets in it, each for each of the months, and then we've got a total here at the end. Now imagine you put this together, all right, and you've got all the formatting, not that we have a lot of fancy formatting here, but you've got it formatted, titles, everything's in here, right? What happens if you realize after you've put this all together that you forgot to put a different name up here? In other words, it wasn't Kapalua surfboard sales. Let's say it was Chicago surfboard sales for whatever reason, all right? Or whatever it is, right? You messed that up. Now that means, just if that was the only thing, that means that you'd have to go back to each one of these cells, if you didn't know any better, each one of these tabs I should say, but each of the sheets, and change that item for each one of the 13. That's going to be crazy. Imagine if you realize that, oh, I forgot to put a particular product in. I forgot to put a particular person in. I forgot that Chip changed his name or whatever, right? Maybe I forgot to put in a couple extra formulas as well. So there's a lot of stuff here that needs to be added. Now, if I have to add those things, if I didn't know any better, I would think that I'd have to do that to each one of these separately. In other words, I have to go to each one and do those 5 or 6 things too, 5 or 6 things, 5 or 6 things all the way across. That's going to be kind of crazy. And it's going to be a lot of time. So a better way to approach that would be to group all of your worksheets together as one big group, and then anything that you change in one of the sheets will change in all the other sheets in those same areas. Unbelievable. Now to do this, here's what we do here, is you go to the first sheet. Doesn't matter, well, it really doesn't matter what sheet you go to. Pick any sheet that you want. Do a right click on it, and at the very bottom it says select all sheets. Now when you do that, it goes into what is called group mode. Now because of the size of my screen, you're not going to actually see that up here. Let me see if I can make that come up here. Just show you here. So it'll come up, it will show as group, okay, normally, all right? So that's telling you that you're in group mode, all right? So that's what you have to take a look at. Make sure you got that in place. Now, once it's in group mode, now anything that you happen to do, and we happen to be on January, just so you know, anything that we do to January sheet here will affect all the other sheets. So, for instance, we'll go over here to the Kapalua here, and we can just kind of double click onto that, double click it again, type in Chicago, like that, enter it in. What I just did there has affected all 13 sheets in that same area, all right? And it turns out that Chip, his real name is Bob. We made a mistake, so we type in Bob there. Well, guess what now? In every one of your sheets, now Bob is at B2, all right? The other thing is maybe you forgot to put a formula in, right? So we're going to go over here to row 11. We'll put something, maybe we'll call this one the average, for average sales. So we'll go over to here. We'll go and we'll put the average in, and the average is going to be that range right there. And we go ahead and copy that all the way across. All right. So you've just done that, or I've just done that to the one sheet. It's done that to all the other sheets as well. I want to make that look kind of nice. Maybe make it look like the sailboard one. So what I can do is I can just select that, all right? Hit my paintbrush, click on the average, and that'll get that all formatted. So now that's going to be on all the sheets. If I forgot to add somebody, I can go over here, let's say to F, do a right click on that, hit insert, now I have a new row in there. Forgot about a product, right click that, and hit insert, and now I can put a new product in there. So back and forth. So when you're all done with this finally, all right, then what you can do is you can go ahead and you can click onto any one of the cells here or any one of the sheets here, and you can see that all of them have exactly that same thing. So pretty wild feature there. So hopefully this will be something that that you can use. especially if you're working with multiple sheets that all have pretty much the same design. What a great way of getting everything all nicely coordinated so that they're all equal in formatting. Okay, so take care. Appreciate you watching the video.